you piece of trash.
Who are you talking to?
You, of course.
Watch your language. That's not how you speak to your father.
Who cares? You're trash anyways. Back on track. Did you use my hairbrush? I smell the stinky hair wax of yours, and it's disgusting.
Oops, sorry about that. I was in a rush.
Don't mess around with me. Now it's contaminated. You owe me money for the brush, understand?
Fine, but you don't have to be that angry.
It's $150.
What?
Mine's expensive, okay? It's from a famous brand. So you owe me $150 ASAP.
For just a hairbrush? You don't need such an expensive hairbrush. You're only 17. Isn't it too good for you?
Shut up. I'm too good for you to be my father.
Jeez.
You should understand it's a miracle for you to have a family like me and Mom. You're even living in Grandpa's house. So you should be thankful for what you have, Steve.
Olivia, enough. As I said, that's not how you speak to your father. Did I do something wrong to you? I mean, you used to call me Dad back then.
You're annoying. Your whole existence is annoying me. Don't you realize that you're a lame father?
What do you mean?
Ugh, I can't believe you don't know yourself. Your looks, how you dress, and how you smell, everything's just horrible.
Olivia, I didn't know you were thinking of me like that.
Well, are you anything better? No. You can't even buy a house by yourself, and you're living on your wife's parents' money. You're one awful freeloader. You're just a parasite to everyone.
Excuse me? Stop calling your father a parasite. It's rude.
No wonder Mom doesn't love you. Remember last time when you asked us out for family dinner? And you got rejected?
I do admit that, but I never imagined in my life my daughter would make fun of me like this one day.
Oh, somebody's feeling weak, huh? Then will you mind getting divorced with Mom? Didn't she ever tell you so? It just kills me thinking about the fact that I'm even sharing some of your DNA. So if you care about me, please at least get out of my sight. I don't want to see you any longer.
I can't just let go of my responsibility of being a parent, you know?
I don't care. Breathing the same air with you just drives me nuts. So shut up and get away already.
Olivia, you need to understand. I'm your father and there's a lot of stuff I'm working hard on at the moment. So can you please give me some time?
Yeah, right. Working hard. Wait, are you making money for me? Then I can wait. So, you finally signed the divorce papers? I was almost about to lose my temper having to see your face.
I couldn't take it anymore. I don't need a fake family that wouldn't treat me as one.
Of course no one wants to be in the same family with you. Who do you think you are?
I just handed in all the legal documents, so now I'm officially out of this house.
Thank God. Now you're finally gone.
By the way, where's your mother? I've been making phone calls to her for the past 10 minutes, but she never picks up.
Obviously, she's on a date, genius.
Huh?
Don't you see? She's looking for a new partner.
But I just handed in the documents a few minutes ago. How's that possible?
Oh, you don't know? Mom started looking for one like half a year ago. I'm hoping she brings home a better father for me, though. So glad that the parasite is finally out of the house. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to pay me for my educational expenses and stuff. You're biologically my father, so it's your responsibility. Let's say, how about 200K for now?
Well, I'm not your father then.
What?
I said I'm not your father.
I didn't know you were that stupid. You thought you could get away with this if you get divorced? Things don't work that easily, genius. You thought a divorce would let you get away with your responsibility? Stop dreaming.
I do. Besides, I never had the responsibility to be your father anyways.
Now what? You're such a jerk. The worst being ever to live. I can't believe you're trying to do this to your child. What do you think I gave you the time for? You're the one who asked for the time, and I gave you a chance. Don't tell me you failed.
I didn't fail, I just decided not to. First of all, what do you mean I have to pay 200K? That's way too much.
It's all the expenses for me to grow up. You're the one who selfishly decided to leave, right? Borrow money or get a loan and pay for what you need to. Don't you see that I don't even want to talk to you anymore? It's just making my life miserable. Just give me the money and get out of my life already.
Get out of my life, huh? I'll give those words straight back to you.
What do you mean?
Come on, you're already a high schooler. Is my English that difficult for you? Your parents should have educated you better.
Hello? Why don't you check yourself in the mirror? Unfortunately, you are one of my parents. No other way.
Oh please, is communicating in English that hard for you? Get help. As I said a million times, I am not your father.
I don't see where this is going.
For God's sake, I took a DNA test and the results came out that I'm not your father, and you are not my daughter. Understood? Whose daughter even are you?
Wait, I don't understand. You're joking around with me, right?
Then let me explain again. I was never your father. And you were some random guy's daughter. Period.
I don't believe you. The results must be wrong. Most of all, I never even took a DNA test in my life. How can you be so sure?
Just so you know, my parents have been suspecting whether you're my actual daughter. I've been convincing them that you were my daughter for the whole time. But since it was a good opportunity this time, I decided to take the test. But I didn't expect the results to turn out like this. As people say, you should always listen to your parents, I guess.
Stop it! I know you're lying to me.
I'm not. Sadly, this is the truth.
Then how did you even test my DNA?
Your hairbrush. I took some of your hair off the brush and handed it in for testing. I cleaned the brush the day before and collected samples the next day, right after you finished using it. Obviously, you were the only one using it, so it can't be anyone else's hair.
That is so disgusting. How dare you do that? That's what a stalker does, not a father.
Whatever you say. Well, thanks to that, I got to realize the truth.
I can't believe this. So it's true that I'm not your daughter?
Exactly. So there's no such thing as my responsibility to pay for your educational expenses at all.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, just so to inform everyone, don't forget to move out of that house during this week, okay?
Huh?
It's gonna be someone else's house by next week.
What are you talking about? Are you nuts? You're just a freeloader. And it's my grandparents' house.
The house is signed under my name, you know.
No way.
That house was passed down from my parents when they passed away before my marriage. When I married your mother, she asked me if she can invite her parents over so she can take care of them. And I approved it, see?
I don't believe you. Mom told me it was her family's house.
Maybe she was trying to take it away from me. Since she found her way to make you my daughter. Well, too bad. The cat's already out of the bag.
So this house belonged to you in the first place?
Yep, since the very beginning. and now it'll be someone else's, since I managed to find a person who is interested in buying it. They told me they're ready to move in next week, so good luck with packing your stuff.
You freak! How could you do this to us? You're kicking us out all of a sudden? That's not fair!
Wait, let me get this straight. Wasn't it you guys who kicked me out in the first place?
Well...
Anyways, good luck.
No, please. Not the house. Cancel the deal immediately.
But then I'll have to pay for the cancellation fee. Are you gonna pay for me? It's about $100K in total. Sound good?
Are you crazy? Of course I can't afford that. And neither can Mom.
I bet. I mean, there's other fees coming up, like the compensation for me. A house shouldn't be the priority, right?
Now what? What compensation?
About you, of course. I was fooled for 13 years of my precious lifetime. To raise someone else's child, I'm the victim of this whole situation.
No one fooled you. It's not our fault. Besides, I don't think Mom was even trying to fool you for that.
Oh, really? I was talking to some of your friends, and I even have the records as proof. They told me your mom told everyone that she married me for a stable life. Because she got dumped right before she found out about her pregnancy.
What? Why would Mom tell that to people?
Well, there's no lie that I was doing my best to bring us back together. But since she was going out quite often when I didn't know, I decided to hire a detective. And guess what? There was loads of evidence that she was hanging out with other men. Then I finally realized how much time I was wasting.
But it's not completely our fault that you weren't loved, is it?
Yeah, you're right. So I no longer have the need to work hard for any of you anymore.
What do you mean?
I did know your mother was going out with many other men. But I never knew she was looking for a new partner before divorce. I guess that means a rise in the compensation.
No!
So don't forget to tell your mother that we'll have a lawyer in between us in any kind of conversation from now on.
Are you sure about this? If you let go of Mom, you'll never find a chance to get married again. Like, ever. No one will be interested in a middle-aged, poor businessman, I'm sure. I've been convincing them that you are my father the whole time. I'll talk to Mom, so please?
Then what if the middle-aged man owned a business?
What?
I never informed you guys about this, but I started my own business half a year ago.
How?
I did work as a technician at a company, but I decided to start something for myself using the programming projects I worked on myself during my free time. I never knew how it would end up, but I guess everything's going better than expected. We're even moving our office into the city.
So what? There's nothing special starting a business these days. There's rental offices and even virtual ones. What's so special?
I make $30K a month. How does that sound?
You mean a year?
Nope, a month.
What? You're kidding!
Swear to God. So there's nothing so bad for me to being single at this time of my career. I have something I can feel passionate about, and there's more opportunities to meet new people. You should start worrying about yourself, not me.
Dad, I'm sorry. Please come back. You shouldn't have gotten divorced.
Dad? Stop joking. It gets on my nerves. As I said, I am not your father.
Maybe we don't have a connection in our blood, but we spent 13 years together. You're my one and only dad. I was just shy, you know? It's hard for kids at my age to let everything out. But I love you as my dad. Please, come back. Or take me with you.
I'm surprised how you can say so much. To be honest, I was shocked to find out the results of the test.
See?
Even if you weren't my actual daughter, I did raise you for 13 years. And since it wasn't your fault all of this started, I did consider paying for your education. Well, too bad. You ruined it yourself.
No, please. I was just an innocent child. I didn't do anything. You need to reconsider this, Dad.
No one wants to be in the same family as me, right?
Yes, I do.
Didn't the fact that we share DNA kill you? But good news, we don't, even a single bit. Thanks for not being my daughter. Good luck in life. The very next week, the new residents of the house moved in, which means the family had no other choice but to leave. Without anywhere else to go, they rented a small apartment, too small for 4 people to fit in. And about the results of my trial, the fact that my ex-wife fooled me to raise her daughter as my actual child got into consideration, which got me an amount of $60,000 in compensation. Since there's no way my ex-wife can afford that money at once, she is living in debt at the moment, without a proper house to stay in. Now the whole entire family, including her parents, are working part-time to pay back the debt. On the other hand, my business has been going better than ever, doing new things every day. Although I haven't met someone special yet, ever since, it will be nice to have a true family in the future.
Hey Aiden, are you in today?
Hey Vicky, yeah, I'm just about to head into the restaurant to start the food prep. Was there something you wanted?
Actually, yeah, there was. I was thinking that we should really try and spice the menu up a little bit, you know? Try and bring in some new customers and keep the regulars we have. I think our current menu is just a bit bland and boring at the minute.
Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Although, actually, I've been thinking of adding a couple new items to the menu. There are a few things that I've been wanting to try out for quite a while now. Like, what do you think of maybe a vegetarian chicken style option?
Vegetarian? Seriously? We want proper food, not some fake stuff that no one's going to even buy. I mean, that's just going to be a complete waste of money if we add that to the menu.
Well, not really. There are a lot of vegetarians in the world, and it's only becoming more common. By putting a couple of vegetarian options on our menu, we'll open ourselves up to a whole new clientele base, bringing in quite a lot of money.
It's a stupid gimmick that people are only following whilst they think it's cool. It'll blow over soon enough, and I don't want to be stuck with a bunch of useless fake meat produce that will simply go out of date and cost us a load of money that we don't see anything back from.
I really don't think that'll happen.
Look, I'm the boss here, and what I say goes. I don't want any stupid vegetarian things popping up on my menu. Understand?
Yeah, okay. I get it. Sorry.
Good. Now, in regards to the new menu items, Leon actually had a few suggestions that I think sound very good.
Oh, are you sure about letting him choose the menu like that?
What do you mean by that? Don't you think my son is capable of knowing what tastes good?
It's not that, it's just, I spent years training at culinary schools to become a good chef, and in doing so, I've developed a more refined palate and knowledge of what foods go well together and how they'll taste. Leon doesn't really have that. I mean, he eats toast covered in just sugar. That's not really a great combination, especially for a restaurant.
Listen, you might have been working for my restaurant for the last few years, but that doesn't give you the right to try and do things however you want. If I say that my son's menu ideas are good, then I expect you to agree with me and find a way to incorporate them into our menu, okay? Sure, there might be a few things that you need to refine, but I don't want you messing with the core recipe.
You do know it's my job as head chef to cook good food, right?
Your job as head chef is to cook the food that I tell you, nothing else.
Okay, fine. What are the recipes?
Okay, so one of them is called a garbage plate.
A what?
Well, it's basically just a bunch of food stacked all together on one plate, like macaroni and cheese, Sushi, maple fried bacon, fried chicken, and a steak. Something like that.
That sounds disgusting. Not to mention that no one will want to order all that food. It's way too much for someone to eat on their own.
Well, Leon thinks it will be a big seller, so we're going to do it.
Fine. Anything else?
Yeah, Spam sushi. Leon thinks that will go down well too.
Uh-huh. Of course he does.
And a dessert he thought of was pistachio and jalapeno ice cream on top of white chocolate melted cookie.
Sounds... yeah.
Just make sure you prep it. I want to come and give it a try later.
Whatever you say, boss.
Okay, what on earth was that, Aiden?
What was what?
All of that food you had me eat? What were you thinking? It tasted disgusting.
Hang on, that was everything you asked me to prepare for you. I followed Leon's instructions to the letter, and that was the result. I tried to warn you that it would be revolting, but you were adamant that I make it. You can't blame me for the disaster that it was.
No way it was Leon's fault. When he made me the same dishes at home, they tasted much better. You must have gotten the recipes wrong. And you call yourself a top-rated chef.
I am a very good chef, thank you very much. I've managed your restaurant going on 8 years now, and all of the customers that I've cooked for have loved my food. There's hardly been a complaint the entire time that I've been here.
You're probably just hiding all of the complaints from me so that you look better than you actually are.
No, I'm really not. Just like I'm not gonna make Leon's questionable dishes and put them on the menu. There's just no way this is gonna be well received by customers. If anything, it'll just make your restaurant look amateur and drive away anyone who might have wanted to eat here.
What would you know of running a restaurant? All you do is stand in the back and put some chicken on a grill. It's really not that hard. I bet Leon could do it easily. You just make a fuss over nothing to try and make it seem like you are doing more than you actually are. It's pathetic.
Oh wow, is that what you really think? My job is so simple that even your fool of a son could do it. Have you even met Leon? He's a lazy brat who doesn't care about anything but what he wants.
Don't talk about my son like that. He's just as talented as you, if not more so. In fact, you're fired.
What?
You heard me. Frankly, your cooking skills aren't all that great, and in all honesty, I think my son would be a much better chef than you. He is innovative, adventurous, and knows what tastes good. Unlike you, who's just content to churn out the same boring food as every other restaurant about. I want food that is new and exciting. You can't deliver that, and your attitude is rubbish too. So I think it's best that you leave.
Very well, if that's what you want. But I've got to let you know that if you let me go now, then I won't be coming back. No matter what.
Yeah, that's kind of the point when you get fired. I don't want you to come back.
Do you really think that Leon's gonna be able to handle the kitchen and all of the responsibilities that come with it? All the preparations, dealing with the staff, and the pressure of making hundreds of meals a night?
He'll be just fine. I mean, you did it, so how hard can it be?
Alright, well, I did try to warn you.
Whatever. Just don't bother showing up tonight.
I wasn't planning to.
Aiden, how could you do this to me?
Vicky? How come you're messaging me?
Don't try and act all innocent. I know what you've done.
I honestly have no clue what you're on about. I've not done anything.
Oh, so this article trashing my restaurant isn't your doing at all? Neither are all of the bad reviews that have oh so conveniently flooded my restaurant's business pages only days after you left?
No, none of that has anything to do with me.
I find that difficult to believe. You're just trying to get back at me for firing you. But to make up a fake food review under a false name, that is just going too far. I mean, I could sue you for slander. In fact, I might just do that.
Food review?
Yeah, your review under the name Chris Biggins? What a stupid fake name as well. What, you couldn't come up with a better one?
Vicky, Chris Biggins is a real food critic. He does anonymous drop-ins to restaurants and reviews them without them knowing. That way he can gauge how good the restaurant and its food are without the owners knowing and putting on a fake display.
What?
Yeah, he's also known for being brutally honest in his reviews. If he likes your food, he'll say so, and if it's rubbish, he'll also let you know that too. He's known for being reliable in his evaluations, so a lot of people trust his reviews.
But then, if he's a real person, why did he give my restaurant such a poor review?
What did he say?
Well, he said that the waitstaff were all rude, and that the styling of the restaurant was weird and unwelcoming, which I don't get because Leon said it was chic and modern and that everyone would love the new style. But the worst thing was that the critics said the food was inedible. He claimed that after just one bite, he felt like he was going to throw up. Since then, there have been fewer and fewer customers coming to the restaurant. Even before the critic, I started getting complaints, asking where the old chef had gone and why. Everything's going downhill.
I did try to warn you, Leon's food wasn't innovative, it was just weird and disgusting. No one wants to eat stuff like that, especially if you're paying for it.
You've got to help me. I need you to come back. Like, today. Plus, I need you to do a complete new menu, because Leon's messed up my old one and created a new one of things he likes. Preferably, I need you to do that today as well, so that we can start to draw customers back in. I'll expect you at the restaurant around 2 so that you can prep and get things ready.
Whoa, I'm not coming back, Vicky.
What? But you have to. I'm your boss.
Actually, you stopped being my boss the moment you fired me.
It doesn't work like that. Even if I fired you for the time being, you're still expected to show up when I need you to do something.
No, actually, it doesn't work like that. I told you that if you fired me, then I wouldn't be coming back.
But why not?
Did you honestly think that other places wouldn't hire me? I'm an exceptional chef and lots of people recognize that. I had had so many offers to come and work for other people, but I turned them all down because I was working for you at the time and wanted to help you out, as I saw you were struggling. But after you acted so vile towards me, I saw no reason to stick around. I'm now working at a Michelin star restaurant where my food and my abilities are actually appreciated.
But I need a chef.
Well, that's your problem now, not mine. Why not get Leon to do it? Surely it's not that difficult a job, right?
But you know what you're doing and everything. It's too much for Leon. He doesn't take it seriously. Half of the time, he doesn't even show up.
Sorry, but I'm not going back to work somewhere where I'm treated horribly and degraded for my skills. I'm happy where I am and get treated with the respect I deserve. Good luck with your restaurant. However, I would appreciate it if you didn't contact me again. Thank you, and goodbye, Vicky.
Wait, Aiden.
After that, I didn't hear from Vicky again. The last I heard, her restaurant went out of business as she couldn't find anyone willing to become her new head chef, especially after the food critics review came out. As for me, I continued working at the Michelin-starred restaurant until I'd saved up enough money to open up my own restaurant, which had always been my dream. I was treated with respect and my ideas were always taken seriously. It just goes to show that in order to keep your employees, you need to treat them right. After all, they're the ones who keep a business running at the end of the day, and without them, nothing can be done.